Hello, I am in Toronto. It is a bit cold, but it's nice. I haven't been in cold weather in quite a while. Today, we're going to talk about people's self perception, or maybe their lack thereof. It's amazing how many people have no idea how other people perceive them. They believe they are giving off an impression that's nothing like what is the impression they're giving off to the other people around them. Today we're going to talk about people's self-perception, or really their lack of self-perception, what they think other people perceive them as, and how unrealistic it typically is. Now, why is this significant? In a business context, if you don't understand what the perception you give off is to the rest of the world, you're going to struggle to be an effective communicator, an effective negotiator, an effective leader, because you're not going to relate to people well if you don't know how people respond to the way you are and your mannerisms and the things that you do and the choices you make. I'll give you an example of how people tend to completely misinterpret the things around them. And this is a fictional example, but it's a heck of a funny one. It's a joke. It's kind of cute. All right. So in the Hebrew language, the word for stop is die, just like in English, to drop dead, die. Now, there was a story about a guy who spoke only Hebrew, and he was getting beaten up by someone who only spoke English. And he kept saying, die, die, die. And the guy who was beating him up assumed he was trying to kill him. So he just kept beating him up. Meantime, the guy was saying, stop, stop, stop. That's perception, okay? It's a fiction story. It's just silly. But either way, you got to have an awareness of how other people perceive you. Okay, what's the way in which the world is perceiving what you're doing? When you are managing people, how do they perceive the information you're giving them? Do they, when you walk away, turn around and go, this guy's a jerk? Do they think of you in a way that they walk away and they go, oh man, I respect him. He's somebody who I look up to and I want to be like? Or are they like, as soon as the door closes, oh man, the mouse is away, the cat is away, let the mice go play, you know? Now he can do what he wants. He walked away. He's the manager, you know? You have to be aware of how people perceive you. Sometimes it's not so simple because the people want to hide that if you're a jerk. The whole idea is don't be a jerk. Don't be the jerk. That's really what it is. But either way, you got to have an idea that's realistic, okay? If you don't know even what people think of you, then you got to figure out a way to get honest opinions out of people. It's very important to have a realistic idea of the things that you do and how you're seen by other people. Now, I gave you a fictional example. I'm going to give you a real one, actually. One of my early internships, it was job internship, when I was a young teenager, I think it was like 15 or something. I was working on a movie set as doing like just stupid stuff like moving food stuff around, like for the craft table. Okay, I only did it once. It was a fun 20-hour long day, but I worked on a movie set for 20 hours as like a 15 or 16-year-old. I think 16 I got paid. And on this set, one of the characters who was an extra was supposed to be homeless, and he was dressed like a homeless guy. And it was just New York City, and it was a very convincing outfit. Like, he literally looked like a homeless guy. You know, it's a real feature-length movie. The thing went on, I think it was Jack Nicholson was in that movie. Anyway, so he's dressed like this, and he was telling me as a joke, he said, during the break from shooting, while he's still obviously in outfit or in character, as you say, he went to go get a coffee from the deli or a diner or something, somewhere, bodega, whatever. And the guy, as soon as he walked through the door, the guy in the store goes, get out. He told him, don't come in here. Don't come in here. And he's like, what do you mean? And then he says, oh, and then he realizes he's dressed like a homeless guy because it's not his persona. He's an actor. He doesn't even think like he's a homeless guy. It didn't even occur to him. And he explained it to me in a way that's really powerful. He says, human beings see outward. They think out of their head. They don't see what they look like. They see what they see from the out in. From the in out. Okay? He was saying he forgot he was dressed like this. He just walked into the store like anything, And that's a great lesson. Think of how other people perceive you, not how you perceive your own self-impression on other people. The moral of the story is that what matters is not what's being said, but what's being heard, okay? Have that awareness of what it is that people are hearing when you're speaking. Human beings are very emotional and very non-logical. Even the people who say, I'm very logical, I think I'm very logical. I know I'm emotional. Every human being is. It's normal, okay? And I can prove it to you right now. Do not think of a pink elephant. Don't think of a pink elephant. I promise you, you're thinking of a pink elephant because I said that. I was able to instill that thought in your head right now. So that's the whole thing. And that might be a stupid example, but it's showing you that what you are thinking is controlled by the people around you. And just the same, the things you say to people may not have the same impact you think they have. What you intend to say may not have that same impact. It may be taken differently. People may perceive you differently. So if you want to be effective in communication, I'm about to miss the light, jaywalking in Canada. If you want to be an effective leader, effective communicator, you really got to think, what does this look like if you were told this? Think if you were standing there and some guy or girl who looks just like you, who was speaking to you in that manner, how would you take that in? You know, what is that? What are they judging you on also mentally? You know, people see stuff on other people and they just make assumptions. Make assumptions about people's wealth, about people's background, about people's appearance, whether they take care of themselves, whether they don't. People think about this stuff and it clouds their perception of the message. Okay? If you are told right now, I know a great way to, restore hair. That's a great one. I love this example. Restore hair. And the person who's telling you says, you got to use this shampoo. And then he takes off the hat, and it's not me because I got hair. And they're totally bald. Are you going to take shampoo advice from a bald guy for real? I mean, come on. So there you go. Don't take shampoo advice from a bald man. Sometimes you come across people who clearly have no self-perception, and they come across as a total jerk. But those same people really think they're nice people. Like if you ask them, they'll say, or they sometimes even blurt it out, I'm a nice guy. Listen, sometimes when you get those people who think they're nice and are really, really like not, they don't act nice, they're rough around the edges and stuff like that, and they think they're nice, it's super easy to win those people over. You just treat them as if they really are acting nice, even when they're not, and you'll be surprised how easy it is to win their favor in their eyes. And they'll love doing business with you or working with you or being your friend. Why? Because everybody else thinks they're a jerk and just blows them off. And they don't know why. Because they don't even have that perception that they're not acting right. So it's interesting when people have that lack of self-perception. If you can identify that they really don't self-perceive that way. I have spent way too much time in warm weather. I am not used to this. That's pretty cool. I'm not used to this cold, so I'm cutting the video short. Thank you all for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Make sure the message that you're speaking is the message you're conveying. That's a key factor. All right, thank you all for watching. See you all in the next video. Like, share, subscribe. Bye.
Yeah!